G'day humans, Chris Stead here. I'm on the road and today I'm in the town of Gesualdo. And this behind me here is Castle Gesualdo. Now, this is in the Irpinia area. It's one of 118 towns in the vicinity, part of Campania, and not too far from Naples. About an hour and a half drive from Naples, probably about an hour from Sorrento on the Amalfi Coast. And you're going to find this unbelievably gorgeous town. And at the very top, the Castle Gesualdo, named after Prince Gesualdo, who was a very iconic musician about 1500s. So quite a while ago. Now in this video, I'm going to give you a tour of the castle and what the experience is like and why I think you should definitely come out here to stay, but at the very least, come out here on a day trip from the Amalfi Coast or from Naples just to see some authentic Italy, get away from the crowds and learn about this amazing place that they're restoring at the moment and putting back together. So let's go inside and take a closer look. So as you'll see in a sec from up there, the castle kind of towers out over the town. And it's absolutely spectacular. The sunset is phenomenal. Pretty much every place I reckon's got a view. And that's just all the old town down here. So it was built in the 1500s originally, and then it's kind of grown and expanded beyond that. The castle itself is actually built on an area that was originally home to nobles, from German nobles that came to the area around 800 AD. And we've actually found the remains of some nobles buried under this castle. But the castle itself, Gesualdo, is famous for Prince Carlos, I think it's Carlos Gesualdo, who came here in the 1500s after he was more or less scared out of Naples. So the story goes that as a prince, he had found a beautiful wife, but at a gathering, at a get-together, at a party, she met someone else who charmed her and they fell in love. So he heard about this and pretended to leave town and then returned early and caught them red-handed in the act. And as was per the law at the time, he killed both of them. As was his right as a noble, as a prince, having caught the adultery red-handed. But then he became quite scared that he was going to get revenge murdered by the man's rich family. So he left Naples, came out here and built this castle on the top of the hill with many extra protections, extremely thick walls and quite a complicated entrance. In fact, there's a cannon that points directly at the door. So if you come through and you're not welcome, you just get cannoned. And little slots they can fire through and stab through and everything anyway. So he came up here to kind of protect himself. And then this town formed around him, which is now named Gesualdo, after this prince. Now he wasn't actually a prince, I hear. As far as I understand, originally his older brother was the prince, but he fell off a horse and died. So he was being groomed to be into the church. He was very religious. And inside here, as part of the tour, you get to see the rather large church he built within the castle, which is mostly in ruin at the moment, but is in the act of being preserved. And so he became the prince, but he was also a fantastic songwriter, a very famous musician. He composed, I think it was 3 or 4 books of a type of songwriting called madrigals, which is basically all vocal, and was famed with, like, all around the world. Like, people used to come to this castle to perform and be, I guess, in the presence of Gesualdo, Prince Gesualdo, and they still do to this day come here. So lots of famous works were created here. Now, as it currently stands, the state of the castle is that when did they say, was it 20 years ago? It was lived in as a house until 1980, so from the 1500s. I can't remember exactly when it was built in the 1500s. The information I didn't actually get, sorry, but yes, in the 1980, the last people who lived here left, and there was a big earthquake, and there was damage that was considered unsafe, and eventually the township bought it back and started to restore it. And that restoration is nearing completion, so they're hoping to have everything completed by spring 2026. And it's already open now, so half of it's already been restored. You can go through it and have a look at it now. And as well as just being a tourist destination, a place that tourists can come to explore this ancient castle and learn about Gesualdo and the story that I've just recounted to you, it's going to become a school for music and for performances. There was a massive theatre in here originally with a huge high ceiling. The theatre space remains and they're redoing it with a stage and seating, although the roof, there's a whole another story above this which has fallen into ruin, had to be removed because of danger it presented. But yes, music will be returning to the Castle Gesualdo in the Irpinia area. And yeah, so we've been here for, a couple of hours now. So we're doing this with Irpinia Escapes, who is a tour operator out of Australia. And they have a local kind of connection set up. There's a B&B that we're staying in. Oh, I'm going to forget the name now. Zebalano B&B. I'll put it in the description, which is fantastic. Really great B&B. Fantastic owner, great view, so much space, really lovely. And Maurizio, who's a very good English speaking, like his English is excellent, tour guide, and he walked us from there through the old town, showed us all these sites, told us a lot of the buildings and everything, and then took us up to the castle when we went through the castle with him. And it was a fantastic experience.
There are barrels Well, my light is not too strong. I don't know if you can see it. You can see it? The barrels? Yeah. Okay. So this is kind of natural cave. You can still see.
Oh wow, look, you can see how much it drops in temperature.
Yeah, exactly. So it was kind of natural fridge back in the day. So this area was used to store like cheese, cured meat, all kind of stuff. And these barrels are original. Obviously they are empty at the moment, but very good making, you know.
And even after a couple of hours, the kids were pretty engaged. So we got the 3 kids with us, 14, 12 and 11. And there's lots of little activities for them in here as well. Like it's cool for the adults, but also for to engage the kids. There's like this well that you can yell down and it echoes back at you.
Per I bambini c'è la leggenda del puzzo, che loro devono gridare il nome e risponde praticamente dall'interno.
Okay, there is a legend that someone is like sitting at the bottom of this well, and so you have to shout your name right here. Yeah, you do. Patrick!
Patrick.
Patrick!
Patrick, come. Come. One.
Come.
Yeah, really good. Yeah.
You hear the echo? You hear the echo?
Strong, Johnny.
Charlie!
Oh, the echo.
Oh, long echo.
There's like the original wine cellar. You can go in there, you can see the actual wine equipment they used to create the wine in the 1500s. You can go down into the cellar and have a look at it, just feel like, the temperature change as you go underground. There's got some of the old wardrobes, and they got an art gallery in there from local artists, and there really is quite a lot to see. And we were lucky enough that we got to sneak down to a few of the areas that they're still restoring.
You can see, so they were also used as stables.
Ah, right, yeah. Hey buddy, look at this. How cool is this? So there's the old stables
Yeah.
and the foundations of the castle. Look how thick the walls are. And look at the old stables and stuff. So I don't think that's going to be part of the tour in the short term, but hopefully in the long term. So as they kind of complete it, the church bell. It's been going all day. It's fantastic. Yeah, so we've had a really fantastic time, and I gotta be honest with you, I didn't know this place existed until a few days before we decided to come here. It was really spontaneous, and I saw it and I went, oh wow, that looks really interesting. And we just wanted to get out of the big towns because we've been, we just come out of Bari and Venice and Rome, and big towns, lots to see, brilliant, beautiful, awesome, so crowded. And we were about to go to Naples and kind of do all that again, and we just changed tact, and we've come out here for 4 days to explore the area, and in particular the castle and the old town. And it's such a great decision. This amazing view, is you can just look at it for hours, especially as an Australian, because we just don't get this kind of relief in Australia. But then to come up here to this castle, to see the great work that they're doing in there, just restoring it, and just to hear its history, and just be able to walk around it and be so hands-on, and with nobody around, like nobody's around. It's amazing. And the restaurant that we just walked past down there is selling like 4 cheese pizza. Beautiful, bellissimo, bella. Pizza for $4.50. So, with the same pizza was costing us 14 this euro in Rome, and wasn't nearly as good. So, do yourself a favour, come out to this town, do yourself a favour, come and explore this amazing castle, because yeah, it's absolutely spectacular. And just walking around the old town and the old streets and everything has just been absolutely spectacular. It's been such a good time. We had so much fun, and you know, I'm really excited to actually spend a couple more days here just living it up. So anyway, that's a quick review and tour of the Castle Gesualdo in the town of Gesualdo. Like I said, we hired a car in Naples and it took us about an hour and a half to drive out here, more or less in peak hour, so not too far, and the drive's amazing. You're coming through all these mountains over here and coming down through all this country. It's great. Okay. Anyway, I'm Chris Stead. Make sure you keep it on the channel. I'm going to be doing plenty more about Italy and about Europe as we go around as a family and explore. So make sure you subscribe and stay on top of it all. All right, I'm Chris Stead. Thank you very much for watching. Till next time, getting back on the road. You.